Roller derby is played in increments called jams. Each jam lasts up to 2 minutes. Both teams field up to 5 skaters at the start of the jam. 4 of these skaters are called blockers, and 1 is called the jammer. The jammer wears a helmet cover with a star on it and scores points for the team. The blockers are playing both offense and defense at the same time, and together they make up what is called the pack. The 2 jammers start each jam behind the pack and must get through all of these skaters for an initial pass before they can begin to score points. When the initial pass is complete, a jammer can score 1 point for every opponent they pass with their hips. The first jammer out of the pack legally is declared lead jammer, which means they can end the jam anytime they want before the 2 minutes are up. Sounds easy, right?
Welcome. It's 10, but it feels like it's super early, at least for me. I don't know about anybody else. We are just about ready to get started with our next game. This game is between Baja and Rat City. Both of these teams played yesterday. Baja against Minnesota. Minnesota won that game. They'll be playing in the next game. Rat City played against Kansas City, and KC won that game, so they will be facing off against Minnesota at noon local time. So we will see you for that game, hopefully. Stick around. Be good times. So I'm going to go ahead and run through this roster. Skating in the white jerseys for Rat City, 070 Cinnamon Slam, 120 Rabid, 168 Y-Fly, 1964 Ponyboy Herdis, 226 Terabyte, 23 Stabby Cat, 253 and Smash Away, 3 Master Bowder, 343 McKenna the Gov, 42 Velvet Hammer, 72 Gnarly Quinn, 76 Ruth Beat Her Ginsburg, number 8 Rockzilla, number 81 Ponyo Knees, and 86 Made in China. Give it up for Rat City Reign of Terror. Yay, woo, oh my gosh, it's the best ever. Okay, yay. All right, y ahora para Baja, que están en azul hoy. 103 Ari, 1251 Mariboom, 16 Caroli Quinn, 23-26 Icebox, 24-7 Guy, 25-3 Minitac, 267 Wincabrona, 27 Que Monita, 4 Su Madre, 423 Oogie Boogie, 57 Disco Mel, 62 Vela Morena, 823 Spicy Icy y 93 Sandrine. Let's give it up for Baja. Woo, yay, arriba, arriba, up, yay. Qué emoción para todos de nosotros. It's true. We're excited. Vamp is with you, but she's just walking in right now.
Big shout out to our officials on the track today. We have Speed Bump, Nerdy Little Secret, Griff, Misbehavin', Mr. Nitro, Angry Ogre, Morrigan, Doesn't Matter, Scary Reed, Dudbolt, Baconator, Demon Mistress, Fighting Girlfriend, Vonnie, Killikey, Thomas the Tank Engine, Just a Bill, Fibonacco, and Troublemaker. 10 seconds till Derby. Let's get this game going.
Y aquí y ya vamos aquí en este torneo, el último día de Monsoon Madness. Vemos a Sandrine contra Ponyboy Hertz de Rat City. Y esa va a ser Sandrine fuera con lead para Baja. Pero muy pronto sale Ponyboy y ahí regresa a la pista para pegar la pared. Su coach le dice que lo llame. Y Sandrine sale con 3 puntos para Baja, iniciando este juego con mucha energía y 1 punto por Rat City. Así que vamos a empezar con 3 puntos para Baja y 1 punto.
All right, we're back here with jam number 2. Gnarly Quinn for Reign of Terror on the line, and Camarita with Baja. Rat City pushing out there in the front, and they're going to go ahead and take lead. Baja getting recycled back to our Razor Cake jam line. Some nice little quick offense, and Gnarly Quinn is going to take 4 on that. Looks like we have our first penalty of the game. That's number 3, Master Bowder, heading to the penalty box, our Night Owl penalty box. Gnarly Quinn coming around again, looking to make some more points.
And that is a cut track for Guy, who has the star now for Baja. Baja now in a power jam. That is the RollerDerbyCoaching.com Power Jam, brought to you by Snot Rocket Science. Check them out online. We do have a power jam for Rat City here. Gnarly Quinn being taken to the inside, but quickly gets back up and receives some nice offense to the in, allowing Gnarly through. This is a 12-point jam so far, actually 16-point jam, allowing Gnarly Quinn to call it off comfortably, and freezing Guy in the box, who is standing in our Night Owl penalty box. This will be a power start for Rat City. So, as it stands, it is 17 points for Rat City's Reign of Terror and 3 for Baja. And we have a crash course timeout, brought to you by our officials. Crash Course presents Derby in Paradise, a 7-day roller derby retreat to recharge your body, reignite your game, and connect with new roller derby vigor. Check out Crash Course. Y como vemos aquí, Baja está teniendo que contener a Made in China para Rat City. Baja tiene a Carly Quinn enfrente y ahora Disco Mel, pero no pudieron a contener a Made in China, que es lead para Rat City. Pero aquí de regreso a la pista tenemos a Guy de la cancha de Night Owl, regresando, tratando de llegarle a la pared, que está rápidamente yendo por frente, pero ahora se llama el jam. Made in China hizo 3 puntos en ese last jam. Ahora estamos a 20 para Reign of Terror y 5 puntos para Baja. Sí, tenemos a un blocker en la cancha de penal para Rat City.
Rat City starting with 1 blocker in the Night Owl penalty box. Looks like they're going to head over to our Razor Cake jam line. Both jammers working through those blocker pods. Rat City sending some offense. Rockzilla taking lead. While Spicy Icy is looking to pass that cover, we have a successful cover pass. Bougie Bougie coming around with the jam cover on. Rat City is going to take a quick 4 point and call that.
Y aquí quedamos con 24 puntos para Reign of Terror y Baja tiene 5 todavía. Tenemos una bloqueadora en la cancha de penal para Baja, entonces Rat City va a tener la ventaja aquí de tener 4 blockers contra su madre para Baja y Stabby Cat nomás teniendo 3 personas con quien contenerla. Sí vemos mucha ofensiva de Rat City para su jammer. Todavía vemos a su madre acá atrás de la pared, contenida por el tripoide. Eso deja que Stabby Cat sale con lead para Reign of Terror, pero tuvieron que... Entonces su madre sí sale de esa pared, tratando de regresar con tiempo para hacer puntos, pero Stabby Cat ya teniendo ¿cuántos puntos? ¿Va a ser como 2 o 3 puntos? Sí, 3 puntos para Reign of Terror y llama la jam. Entonces quedando Baja 5 todavía a Reign of Terror 27. And off we go. We have Gnarly Quinn going up against Sandrine. Gnarly Quinn finding room on the outside lane and is out with lead for Rat City. Quickly, though, Sandrine passes the start over to their pivot, Oogie Boogie for Baja. Gnarly Quinn coming around, picking up speed at the apex. Gets that last hit, but gets knocked to the outside lane just as Oogie Boogie hits the pack. Gets past a couple hips of their own here. Baja trying for some offense. Gnarly Quinn coming around for another scoring pass, being told to run it by their bench. So Oogie Boogie gets their 4 points, but not before Gnarly Quinn hits the pack themselves to come around for another scoring pass. Spins around, has one more hip to get past. Still gonna run it though, it looks like. So that gives Oogie Boogie some time to try to find some room on the outside lane, but the last blocker that tried to knock them out goes out with them. So Gnarly Quinn coming around and at the top of the pack now, being contained by a nice 4-wall here. Now Sandrine working in that tripod with their pals. Oogie Boogie going for some nice juking motions here, getting some offense. Tries to spin around, get a sharp whip from their teammate, and out with 4 points for Baja here. A nice little run for Oogie Boogie, as well as Gnarly Quinn, who is out with their third scoring pass and calls it. Let's see what shakes out there at the end of that jam. That is 11 points made by Gnarly and 8 points by Oogie Boogie. So now we are at 38 for Reign of Terror, 13 for Baja.
As ever, we want to recognize our great sponsors here at Monsoon Madness and Arizona Roller Derby. We'd like to thank 888-187 for making roller derby more accessible by sponsoring skaters and teams around the world.
Y vemos aquí en la pista Ponyboy Hurts saliendo con lead contra Qué Monita, que la mandan a la cancha de penal de Night Owl. Así que va a ser un Power Jam patronizada por Roller Derby Coaching. Roller Derby Coaching enseñada por Snot Rocket Science. Vemos aquí Marty Bum tratando de contener a Ponyboy, pero 253 de Rat City la tiene contenida atrás para que tenemos aquí Ponyboy Hurts empujando la pared, pero la pared la tiene contenida ahora por atrás, reciclándola. Y vemos el regreso de Qué Monita la pista, tratando de tomar por fuera, pero ahí tenemos a Rat City en pura defensa agresiva contra Qué Monita. Mientras tanto, Ponyboy Hertz regresa para otro lap, hacer otro 4 puntos, tomando por fuera. Ahora se pasa la estrella a Carol Quinn de Baja. ¡Ay! Le cayó la estrella. No puede hacer puntos sin estrella. Pero antes de que la Carol pega la pared, Ponyboy llama al jam. Así que no hay problema. Ya le regresan la estrella a Katatak, la coach de Baja. Así que al final de ese jam era 7 puntos para Reign of Terror, 45, quedando Baja a 13.
All right, we're coming back here to the Razor Cake Jam line. Both teams working real hard this game so far. We've got 5 penalties in the game, 3 for Baja and 2 at Rat City. Baja's doing a great job on their defense and also running a little bit more coordinated offense than we've seen earlier in the tournament. It's a good time to remind everyone of some of our great sponsors. This event is sponsored by Sisu Mouthguards, trusted by roller derby athletes for comfort, protection, and a custom fit. Play hard, stay protected with Sisu. These teams are just putting in a grind on this jam. Both jammers pushing hard, pushing that strong tripod, while we have a couple skaters bridging out. We're already a minute into this jam, and we've now seen Stabby Cat take lead. Baja looking for the cover pass here. Meanwhile, their blocker, number 6'2", Vela Morena, is heading to our Night Owl penalty box. Baja with the star pass. Rat City coming around for another scoring pass. They're down a blocker. We'll see if they decide to run this and clear their penalty box. That looks like the plan. Looks like they're going to run this a full 2 minutes, get that blocker out of the box so that they can come back with a full pack in the next jam. Looks like that's the right choice. They're going to come away with a few extra points on that. I think 15. Baja scoring 4 on that jam.
Ya al final de ese jam estamos a 60 puntos para Reign of Terry, 17 para Baja, 5 segundos y todos bien cómodos a la jammer line de Razor Cake. Y vemos a Made in China para Reign of Terror contra su madre. Made in China nomás le queda una bloqueadora, 2 bloqueadoras, una y sale ya que no la pudo contener Winky Brona, pero su madre dándole la estrella a Carol Quinn. Carol Quinn ahora tratando de poner la estrella y regresar a la pared. Mientras tanto, Made in China se cae un poco y eso le va a dar una penal. La van a mandar a la cancha de penal por un back block. Y eso le da oportunidad a Baja para un Power Jam patrocinada de RollerDerbyCoaching.com. Alojada por Snot Rocket Science. Carol Quinn la sacan por afuera, reciclada por la pivota de Rat City. Baja tratando de ver cómo pueden ayudar a su compañera y toman por afuera un poco de ofensa, pero ella no tiene lead, no puede llamar el jam, no tiene lead. Entonces va a tener que ir el entero 2 minutos. Baja ahora con el regreso de Made in China de la canja de penal. La toman por adentro y la tratan de reciclar. Mientras tanto, 1-0-3 va para la ofensa para Carol Quinn, pero también la sacan y la reciclan hasta atrás a la línea de jammer. Made in China ahora tiene un poco de ofensa de su compañera y sale con 4 puntos en el aire. Carol Quinn ahora teniendo un poco de ofensiva de su compañera, su madre regresando a la defensa con sus compañeras para tratar de contener a Made in China, pero le da una rotación y sale con 4 puntos para Reign of Terror. Carol Quinn la toman por adentro ya que termina el jam. Al final de eso salimos con 7 puntos para Carol Quinn y 8 puntos para Made in China. 68 para Reign of Terror, 24 para Baja B. Nuestras bajitas no están muy detrás de Reign of Terror, pero sí no tienen tiempo para perder aquí. All right, this is a team timeout. Who do we got to thank for our fabulous weekend? This weekend, we'd like to thank RollerCon 2026. If you love roller skating, you know the magic happens when roller derby park and roller skaters of all disciplines get together. Join us at RollerCon 2026 between July 8th and 12th at Expo Center in Las Vegas, Nevada. Enter the raffle to win a RollerCon MVP pass for $5. You can go online or our merch table. Definitely a lot less expensive than paying for a full MVP pass. So enter to win. I'm sure a lot of people are trying to win it. So why don't you up your chances and get a couple raffle tickets?
It's everyone at the tournament that's sitting in their hotel room. All right, we're back here for Jam 10. Both teams at 4 penalties. Pretty clean game for this first half. We have Sandrine out jamming for Baja and Gnarly Quinn for Reign of Terror. Baja holding that strong defense up at the front, but it looks like Gnarly Quinn's going to go ahead and take lead. Sandrine's not far behind them. Looks like they're going to try to catch a couple points here at the end. Maybe one. I think Baja might have made its way out with a couple too. No, yeah, one. Getting a little feedback from the coaches that wanted to see an extra point there for Reign of Terror, but they're coming back with 0 on that jam.
Cinco segundos y parece que todas las bloqueadoras ahora van de la Arizona Yoga Pivot Line para la Jammer Line de Razor Cake. Aquí tenemos a Rockzilla contra Qué Monita. Rockzilla encontrando campo por fuera y sale fuera con lead para Rat City. Mientras tanto vemos a Qué Monita atrás todavía cerca de la línea de pivota. Rat City conteniéndola en la pared y reciclándola. Parece que un multiplayer se le asignó a Ari que va a la cancha de penal de Night Owl. Vemos a Qué Monita reciclada. La pivota de Rat City la tiene contenida. La regresa a sus compañeras. Trata de tomar por fuera con tanto esfuerzo, pero no la sacan otra vez. Rockzilla se cae un poco. Ahora tiene 4 puntos en el aire. Todas se quedan amontonadas aquí en la línea de pivota. Ahora se pasó la estrella a su compañera. Aquí parece Marty Bomb, que ahora tiene la estrella en mano. Se le asigna una penal al número 8-1 de Rat City y va a la cancha de penal. Rockzilla ahora viene con un poco de calma, viendo dónde va la ofensiva y va por fuera, ahora tomando por dentro para salir por adentro con un empujadón de la bloqueadora de Baja. Marty Bomb sí sale por adentro con la ayuda de su compañera. Así que hace 4 puntos para Baja aquí. Parece que Rat City nomás está dejando que los 2 minutos se expiren. Baja ahora la tienen reciclada, ya que sacaron a la bloqueadora de la cancha de penal. Que es una buena estrategia porque queremos tener todas nuestras compañeras en la pista. Y al final de ese jump tenemos 19 puntos de Rockzilla y 7 puntos de Marty Bum. 87 contra los 32 de Baja.
Moving up for Jam 12, we see most of the blockers lining up at the Arizona Goat Yoga pivot line. Some illegal position penalties going. I think some folks were rolling in front of that pivot line before the jam start. Reign of Terror is taking lead here, but Spicy Icy's not far behind. We're going to go ahead and take a little time out.
And that is an official timeout here. Brought to you by our team sponsor, or by our event sponsor, RollerCon 2026. If you love roller skating, why don't you go to RollerCon 2026 at Expo Center in Las Vegas, Nevada, between July 8th and 12th. You can enter to win RollerCon MVP passes by, putting down $5 to enter our raffle. Either go to the merch table or online.
All right, we're coming back from that official timeout. This is a great time to thank and recognize our medics who are out here all weekend, keeping everyone safe, eyes on the track, and providing all sorts of additional services to keep us safe on the track. We really appreciate everything our medics do for us. All right, here we are, Jam 13. Reign of Terror, Rat City taking lead there. That Stabby Cat out there. Stabby Cat's coming around on that scoring pass while Sue Madre's still working along that Arizona Goat pivot line trying to move those Rat City blockers. Baja looking for a cover pass. They've had some real nice star passes this game, a real adjustment from earlier in the tournament. Stabby Cat's still working to get those 4 points on this jam. Baja's locking it down. Stabby's got that one last blocker up there, and they're going to take 4 more points. And we've seen the successful star pass from Baja here. Stabby Cat's calling that off, but I think we might see some points scored here for Baja. Baja looks like they're putting 2 points up on the board. 12 points for Reign of Terror. Taking a little timeout here. This is a great time to give a shout out to Crash Course, one of our timeout sponsors for Monsoon Madness. Crash Course helps roller derby athletes build strength, track confidence, and winning habits to become MVPs on and off the track.
Y parece que le quitaron la penal a la bloqueadora, su madre. Entonces regresa a su bench de la cancha de penal. Así que va a ser un completo complemento de bloqueadoras de Baja. Mientras tanto tienen a una bloqueadora de Rat City en la cancha de penal de Night Owl. Y vamos a empezar este juego. Va a ser Gnarly Quinn contra Sandrine. Gnarly Quinn con mucho esfuerzo y mucho moción de los pies para correr por frente. Es muy difícil de contener a Gnarly Quinn, pero Baja haciendo muy buen trabajo de sacarla por fuera y vemos a Oogie Boogie reciclándola para que Sandrine tenga tiempo de salir con lead para Baja. Sandrine regresando a la pared, tomando por adentro con estilo, sale con 4 puntos para Baja. Gnarly Quinn ahora saliendo en su inicial, correteando a Sandrine, que pega la pared y llama al jam antes de que alcanza Gnarly Quinn a la pared también. ¿Cuántos puntos hizo Sandrine después de eso? Solo 4 puntos para Baja. Ahora estamos a 38 a los 99 de Reign of Terror, con menos de 8 minutos en esta primera etapa de este juego. En el último día de Monsoon Madness aquí en Mesa, Arizona. Muchas gracias por unirse a esta transmisión.
Camonita getting lead there for Baja. It's 2 jams in a row. Baja's taking lead. Getting some cheers from the crowd and some smiles on the track. Camonita's looking for some help here. Taking 4 points. They're also going to benefit from a nice power jam. Made in China heading to the Night Owl penalty box along with 1 blocker from Baja. Camonita's coming back in here on their second scoring pass. They're going to call it, leaving Reign of Terror Jammer in the penalty box. We're going to enjoy another crash course timeout here.
Este equipo timeout patronizada por RollerCon 2026. Si ustedes aman a roller skating, saben que la magia ocurre cuando roller derby, parque y roller skaters de todas disciplinas se juntan. Vengan a RollerCon 2026 entre julio 8 y 12 en Expo Center en Las Vegas, Nevada. Pueden entrar a ganar MVP passes para RollerCon con solo $5. Pueden ir online o aquí en el venue de Arizona Athletic Grounds para pagar $5. A ver si pueden ganar usted. Pero aquí regresamos a la pista, a toda la acción. Todavía tenemos contenida a Made in China en la cancha de penal de Night Owl, pero sí vemos a una bloqueadora de Baja en la cancha también, así que completamente Rat City tiene contenida a Spicy Icy, pero vemos el regreso de Made in China de la cancha de penal y tomando por fuera sale con lead Made in China para Reign of Terror. Spicy Icy con la estrella en mano, tratando de ver si Guy tiene tiempo de agarrar la estrella. Mientras tanto Baja tratando de contener a Made in China en el tripoide de enfrente. Ahora los dos bloqueadoras todas mezcladas aquí. La ofensiva de Rat City empujando el tripoide con Made in China. Made in China reciclada por Oogie Boogie. Todavía vemos a Spicy Icy tratando de salir de fuera de este tripoide, pero nomás con una jugadora tiene un poco de problemas, pero Spicy Icy empujando, terca de salir de aquí. Pero sale Made in China con 4 puntos en el aire. Mientras tanto, un multiplayer se le asigna a una de las bloqueadoras de Baja. Así que nomás 3 jugadoras en la pista para Baja para contener a Made in China. No hay pack y la tienen que dejar salir. Spicy Icy todavía ni ha salido en su inicial, pero con la distracción le da la estrella a Guy. Guy que sale y tratando de alcanzar el pack, pero Made in China sí viendo a su coach para ver si lo tiene que llamar, pero le dicen no, dale otra vez otra vuelta, queremos más puntos aquí. Guy sale, nomás le falta 1, 2, pero ahí tiene ofensiva de sus amigas aquí en la pista, ya que regresamos a la línea de pivota. Made in China deja que el jam se termina naturalmente. Así que vamos a ver 13 puntos que hizo Made in China para Reign of Terror y 4 de Guy. Así que quedamos a 112 para Reign of Terror y 47 para Baja, con 4 minutos que nos quedan aquí en la primera etapa del juego. This is a 5-second call now on the track. We have Stabby Cat going against Sandrine. Sandrine going at the front of the pack. The tripod just circling around, avoiding that. Oh, a bit of a spill. Sandrine did get assessed a penalty for their efforts. I believe that's a forearm sending them to the box for the first time, the Night Owl penalty box. This is all defense for Baja B here, going up against Stabby Cat. Stabby Cat getting a nice sweep from the inside from the blockers from Rat City. Now staying back and assessing to go in for another inside sweep. Gets a bit of a push from their pivot, but takes a little bit of a spill. Baja now up and in a set tripod at the front of the pack. Got Quinn being kept as a goat in the back by all of Rat City. but a little bit of a recycle there. And that is a good penalty kill from Baja, allowing Sandrin back on the track from the Night Owl penalty box, hitting with some speed, and is trying to surf through the inside, but gets knocked out and recycled back. Stabby Cat still going in around, trying to find some room with the offense being provided by their Rat City friend here, but is recycled to the back of the pack, allowing Sandrin through. We are now in the second straightaway. All the action getting closer to turn 3. Rat City ready for the return of Sandrin, trying for a scoring pass here. Looks like Marty Bum has recycled Stabby Cat, who has star in hand, so this is a full 2-minute jam. Sandrin taken out with a Rat City blocker and running up, trying to get past this tripod. Stabby Cat out of that defense at the front of the pack, coming around for another score, or no, actually coming around after their initial coming around for a scoring pass. Sandrin spinning around, taking the in, taking the out, take somebody down. And that's the conclusion of that jam. How many points in the air? Believe that's 3 apiece for each jammer, bringing up the score to 115 to Baja's 50.
Real long 2-minute jam with an even score on a 0-0 there. For those of you who are interested in your WIFTDA stats on this game, Rat City B Team Reign of Terror is currently ranked 32nd in the North American West ranking, Baja at 67th. So it's a big matchup for Baja B Team. The predictor has Rat City at 224 and Baja at 75 points. So as we're coming into the first half of this game, we're seeing Rat City at about half of what the prediction was, and Baja a little over half. So Baja is outperforming the predictor for this first half. We'll see if they can do it for the rest of the game.
Looks like Rat City is just going with the strategy of letting the clock run so they can get as much padding on that healthy lead that they have right now. Rockzilla, seeing that their bench is still hand motioning to go for another lap here. Meanwhile, Su Madre is still working on that initial, trying to follow their offense here. Offense now having to work on defense, trying to contain with the tripod at the front of the pack. Rockzilla back around and side surfs through the inside. Su Madre taking the outside lane is out.
That was actually not their initial. They have 4 points on that one. So
you are correct.
Rat City ran that to run the clock down a little bit, but Baja was able to make out with 4 points on that jam.
Will this be the last jam?
Possibly get one more jam for this half.
Hopefully.
Folks are looking tired. We're at the 3rd day of our tournament here. All these teams have played 2 games already. Some of these skaters are also playing on the Baja A team, so they're super tired, but bringing their best to this game.
Yeah,
we're going to take an intermission, and we'll see you back after the half.
It's a symphony of dedication, grit, and heart. Tuned to one another in a composition of chaos on a stage built for progress. Athlete-driven innovation from the first whistle to the final score. Every hit, every fall, every win, every loss, every team, every season, every body. We've got you covered.
Artlist.io. Music licensing reimagined. Artlist.io. Music licensing reimagined. Artlist.io. Music license. Artlist.io. Music licensing reimagined. Artlist.io.
But we know better. It's a symphony of dedication, grit, and heart. Tuned to one another in a composition of chaos on a stage built for progress. Athlete-driven innovation from the first whistle to the final score. Every hit, every fall, every win, every loss, every team, every season, every body. We've got you covered.
Artlist.io. Music licensing reimagined. Artlist.io. Music license. Artlist.io. Music licensing reimagined. licensing reimagined. Artlist.io.
But we know better. It's a symphony of dedication, grit, and heart. Tuned to one another in a composition of chaos. On a stage built for progress. Athlete-driven innovation. From the first whistle to the final score. Every hit, every fall, every win, every loss, every team, every season, every body. We've got you covered.
Artlist.io. Music license. Artlist.io. Music licensing reimagined. Artlist.io. Music licensing reimagined. Artlist.io. Music licensing reimagined. Artlist.io.
They call it a sport, but we know better. It's a symphony of dedication, grit, and heart. Tuned to one another in a composition of chaos. On a stage built for progress. Athlete-driven innovation. From the first whistle to the final score. Every hit, every fall, every win, every loss, every team, every season, every body. We've got you covered.
Music licensing reimagined.
All right, and we're back to the action here at Monsoon Madness, hosted by Arizona Roller Derby at the Arizona Athletic Grounds. This is day 3 for the Baja giving a nice little cheer to get into the spirits of things. This is first game of the last day here, and we have seen quite the action between Baja B and Rat City's Reign of Terror. We left at 123 for Reign of Terror and 54 with Baja. According to our friend here, Phoenix, they are outperforming. So we are down to the last 30 seconds of intermission. It looks like we do have one blocker in the box, the Night Owl penalty box for Rat City. So we will go into this next half with a power, or rather a pack advantage for Baja B here. In terms of penalties, Phoenix, what are we seeing so far?
Right now, our teams are pretty even. Reign of Terror's got 9 penalties in that first half. Baja 10. Though we do have one Baja skater with 4 penalties, so they're going to have to stay in that box the rest of the game. And we're back with our second half. This will be the moment to see if anyone got an outstanding pep talk from their coach and comes back on fire. We got Sandrine jamming for Baja B. Sandrine's played, I think, 5 games this tournament, so they're still moving like they're fresh out of the box and on their first try. Roxzilla taking lead on that jam, but Sandrine is right behind. Lots of energy, lots of speed. Reign of Terror has cleared their penalty box and looks like they're just going out trying to grab some points. And they're going to keep Sandrine at 0 on that jam. Baja coming away with, I think our jam ref is consulting with the OPR to see what their final count's going to be. Putting up 2.
Parece que los equipos se pusieron de arriba de la Arizona Goat Pivot Line. 5 segundos y todos entre medio de la primera straightaway. Aquí vamos a ver Ponyboy contra Qué Monita de Baja. Y va a ser un cut track a Ponyboy mandándola a la cancha de penal de Night Owl. Eso le da oportunidad a Baja de correr este power. Oh, no, no va a ser power jam, va a ser otro cut track, entonces va a ser el entero 2 minutos de este jam. Regresa Ponyboy a la pista de la cancha. Qué Monita ahorita la van a regresar a la pista también. Ellas tienen que servir el tiempo que sirvió la otra jammer cuando pasa esto. Entonces las dos ya entre el medio de la acción. Vemos a Ponyboy empujando el tripoide de enfrente, pero también sale Qué Monita de la pared, persiguiendo a Ponyboy. Recuerdan, va a ser un entero 2 minutos entre las dos, pero quedan menos de 1 minuto para hacer puntos para estos dos equipos aquí. La defensa se cae por adentro y sale Ponyboy. Qué Monita todavía contenida, pero tratando de seguir su ofensiva, la ofensiva ahora defensiva, porque regresa con mucho, con rapidez. Viene la ofensiva de Rat City por afuera, Ponyboy, pero Ve que por adentro le queda un poco más, pero allí está Baja. Oh, y todos se caen por adentro. Rat City haciendo un buen trabajo de contener a Qué Monita. Los packs amontonadas. Baja tratando de hacer toda la defensiva por adentro. Y se completa ese jam. Parece que con esos esfuerzos, 7 puntos para a Ponyboy y 4 para Qué Monita. Estamos a 132 para Reign of Terror y 58 para Baja.
Right, here we are coming into Jam 3. Spicy Icy jamming for Baja and Stabby Cat for Reign of Terror. Stabby Cat's had some big jams this game. They're making their way out. One last blocker, and Stabby Cat's going to take lead. Reign of Terror's got a nice strong tripod up there, but looks like Baja's going to send some offense or potentially look for a cover pass. Stabby Cat taking 4 points, coming around for their second scoring pass. Meanwhile, Spicy Icy is moving through these blockers, but still on initial. Looking for some help from that pivot. Baja's got that quick star pass. I think Stabby Cat's probably going to call it, take their points, and keeping Baja at 0. Reign of Terror is going to walk away with 7 on that jam.
Ya después de ese jam quedamos a 139 de Reign of Terror y nos quedamos a 58 para Baja. 5 segundos y todos se regresan a la línea de jammer de Razor Cake. Es Made in China para Rat City contra su madre. Su madre casi sale por adentro. Le falta uno, se cae, pero regresa en pie para que nomás salga la Made in China de Rat City con lead. Ya casi su madre salía, pero Rat City muy rápido en contener y hacer la defensa enfrente de ese pack. La pared ahora de Baja, tratando de contener a Made in China. Made in China haciendo eso muy fácil de salir con 4 puntos en el aire para Rat City. Pero su madre saliendo por el centro en su inicial. Baja ahora conteniendo a Made in China, forzando el fin de ese jam. Pero no antes de que hiciera 2 puntos para Reign of Terror, o 3 puntos parece. No miré el último, el último dedo. 7 puntos para Made in China, 146, quedándonos a 58 para Baja.
We have Sandrine out jamming for Baja against Gnarly Quinn with Reign of Terror. For those of you new to Baja Roller Derby, their B team had their first seeding game this year. So this is a relatively new team to the North American West rankings. Sandrine coming in with lead on a scoring pass. Sandrine's going to call it, taking 4 points. That's going to put Baja up to 62. The predictor has a point ratio on this game as 5-2 Reign of Terror Baja, so Currently, Baja's really outperforming that prediction. We'll see if they can keep it up.
Eso es cierto, con 5 segundos Baja se pone de arriba de la pared de Rat City, pero rápidamente con una ofensiva 2.53 le da ofensiva para Rock. Rock tomando por fuera y sale con lead para Rat City. Mientras tanto, qué bonita tratando de salir por afuera, pero la sacan y la reciclan hasta atrás, hasta la línea de pivota de Arizona Goat Yoga. Viene por adentro, qué bonita, y por afuera la ofensiva de Oogie Boogie. Pero Rockzilla tomando tiempo en esa confusión y sale por adentro con 4 puntos en el aire. Qué bonita. La toman por adentro, toma una rodilla y se regresa a pie. Mientras tanto vemos el regreso de 2.53 de la cancha de penal. Parece que es and smash away. Pero ya que regresó de la cancha, toma tiempo Rock de llamar el jam con 6 puntos en el aire y se queda 0 Baja. 152 a los 61 de Baja.
Both teams are doing about the same on penalties this game. Reign of Terror is at 12, Baja's at 11. Relatively low penalty game for this tournament. We've seen a lot of teams go much higher than that. Spicy Icy just working on those blockers, trying to get out. Meanwhile, Pointy Boy Hurtis got recycled, but now is back up at that jammer line, or pivot line, pushing through those Baja blockers. Looks like we're going to have a blocker go into the box with a forearm call, and Pony Boy's taking lead. Baja with a nice star pass. They've really been a bit quicker at getting that jammer cover off and taking the pass, which is helping them hold this score down a little bit from Reign of Terror.
That's right. All the points count here in this matchup between Reign of Terror and Baja B.
Baja is starting with a power jam. Our power jams are sponsored by RollerDerbyCoaching.com.
Brought to you by Snot Rocket Science.
Baja is down a blocker, but they're doing their best to move those Rat City blockers and get their jammer out. Sumadre's really just pushing through that center, trying to stay off those lines. Sumadre's getting recycled back to about the Razor Kite jam line. Rat City now also fielding a jammer. Lead is open, but I suspect that Rat City jammer is going back to the box. They were standing a little bit out of bounds when they pushed on that blocker. They're going to take a cut call. Baja is engaged in the star pass, so we're going to have a 2-minute jam. 1 minute left on this jam. Baja's pivot guy coming around on a scoring pass. Pony Boy is back here on the track, working on that initial. About 18 seconds left in this 2-minute jam. Rat City coming around with the potential to score some points. Looks like we're going to end that with Baja taking 4, Rat City drawing 2, I believe. 3. 3-4 jam. Long jam for a 1-point differential.
Eso, Guy. Tomando high fives de su equipo, regresando con sus compañeras fuera de la pista. 5 segundos y todos se regresan a la Razor Cake Jam Line. Y tenemos a Made in China contra Sandrine. Made in China enfrente de la pared contra el tripoide de Baja. Pero Sandrine por adentro sale con lead para Baja. Baja conteniendo a Made in China, la reciclan para atrás, pero Rat City con la ofensiva. Disco Mel entre pecho a pecho con Made in China. Made in China ahora tiene la estrella en mano buscando a su pivota. Sandrine regresando con el segundo oportunidad de hacer puntos, pero toma y sale por el apex. Le da una... le da un poco de amor a sus fans, Sandrine, pero ya cuando regresa la nueva jammer de Rat City llama el jam. Sandrine completamente emocionada. Hace 8 puntos para Baja, subiendo ese puntaje. Oh no, 10 puntos, subiendo el puntaje a 75. 1 punto, subiendo a 158 para Reign of Terror. Le llaman a un cut track a Oogie Boogie. Oh, nope. We do have lead for Gnarly Quinn. Gnarly Quinn coming around for a scoring pass. Oogie Boogie thought they had a penalty, but returns to the track and is kept at the back. Guy helping them out to get him out, but in turn gets stuck a little bit, but returning back to their pack to the front to try to contain Gnarly Quinn, who comes around with speed from the apex. Que Monita also coming around and takes the outside lane. 4 points each. Snuck through just as Gnarly caught wind of that. Calls the jam. Has 8 points in total from that. 4 points for Baja. Now we're at 166 for Reign of Terror, 79 for Baja, with 14 minutes left in the second half of that. The first game of the last day here at Monsoon Madness. Thank you for joining us on Twitch at home and also here in the venue.
We've got Spicy, Icy, and Stabby Cat pushing through here. Both teams with a full set of blockers, and Baja is going to take lead. We also see Reign of Terror sending a blocker to the box. That's their 15th penalty of the game. Spicy Icy doing a great job on the outside line there. Coming around for 4 points. And they're going to call it. Baja taking all 4. Nice quick winning jam for them. The second half sees Baja really chipping away at this point differential, slowly but surely.
Definitely proving some predictors wrong, as we love to see. 5 segundos en la pista. Tenemos a una bloqueadora en la cancha de penal para Rat City. Entonces vamos a ver Baja entero complemento de bloqueadoras para su compañera Sandrine contra Rockzilla. Rockzilla sale por el centro con lead para Rat City. Sandrine reciclada por atrás, tratando de buscar campo por afuera, pero otra vez reciclada. Baja ahora ocupadas con la defensa. Mientras tanto le da oportunidad a Sandrine salir por afuera en su inicial. Y Rockzilla la mandan a la cancha de penal por un high block. Entonces va a ser un power jam para Baja, patronizada por rollerderbycoaching.com. alojada por Not Rocket Science. Sandrine dando dirección a Baja que le den a su madre, a todas de Rat City, pero la sacan por afuera y de regreso.
I think she's
Y
really
sale por
looking to get these
afuera.
points and call it. Her coaches are advising her to get some points and call it before
Pero no
that
tiene
Reign of
lead.
Terror jammer comes back.
She doesn't have a lead, so this is full
Oh,
2 minutes for
bummer.
both of them. Eso va a ser Rockzilla para el regreso de la pista de la cancha de penal. Sandrine la reciclaron, regresándola a la línea de jammer de Razor Cake. Rockzilla sale por el centro. 4 puntos en el aire. 2 bloqueadoras, una de cada equipo a la cancha de penal de Night Owl. Sandrine todavía contenida por Rat City y todas se toman al piso. Forearm le mandan a número 3 de Rat City a la cancha de penal con su compañera. Así que Sandrine sale por afuera, 4 puntos en el aire. Pero Rockzilla también haciendo puntos en este jam. Y se concluye ese jam con ¿cuántos puntos? Vamos a ver. Dale un segundo. 8 puntos cada una. Ahora quedamos a 174 para Reign of Terror, 91 para Baja. 2 bloqueadoras en la cancha de penal y Guy parada en la cancha de penal para Baja.
Ponyboy is going to leave that pack first, but has not earned lead. Lead is still open. Camonita possibly going to be able to grab that. Meanwhile, Ponyboy is coming through on a scoring pass. Both teams sending a blocker to our Night Owl penalty box. Camonita is lead. They're going to walk away with 1 point, though there is someone in the penalty box, so hopefully they get that second point. Want to make sure we get that box point.
This is a team timeout brought to you by Crash Course. Crash Course presents Derby in Paradise, a 7-day roller derby retreat to recharge your body, reignite your game, and connect with new roller derby vigor. All right. We are back to the action. Who do we have on the track, Phoenix?
We got Spicy Icy and Made in China. Made in China taking lead real quick on that one. Spicy Icy not far behind. I think they're going to move this out with a no pack. Both teams down to 3 blockers. Reign of Terror's calling it off. They're going to take 3. Reign of Terror's at 19 penalties for this game so far. Baja 14. Baja's going to start down a blocker. Got one person in the Night Owl penalty box, but they should be rejoining the team on the track real quick.
Esa va a ser su madre contra Stabby Cat para Rat City. Rat City conteniendo a su madre detrás de la pared. Y Stabby Cat toma el lead, tomando por afuera. Le están diciendo desde la pista por afuera que le sigue para hacer sus puntos. Pero sale su madre correteando al pack que está rápidamente subiendo para arriba, pero Stabby Cat toma sus puntos y llama el jam antes que llega su madre a la pared. Eso va a ser 2 puntos para Reign of Terror, subiendo ese puntaje a 183 a Baja, quedándose a 92.
All right, we got both teams out here with a full blocking lineup. 5 skaters on each team taking the track. Sandrine jamming for Baja and Gnarly Quinn for Reign of Terror. They're both racing out about even. Looks like Reign of Terror is taking lead, but Sandrine is in the front. Rat City calling it.
That was a goose egg jam. Beautiful force of that call from Baja to keep each other at the same score, which is 183-92 in this first game of the last day here at Monsoon Madness. Thank you for joining us on Twitch and here in the venue at the Arizona Athletic Grounds. 5 segundos en la pista. Tenemos a Rockzilla contra Qué Monita para Baja. Las dos contenidas muy bien por la defensa de cada equipo. Todas tomadas por adentro, pero Rockzilla encuentra campo y sale. Y va a ser un power jam para Rat City, patronizada por rollerderbycoaching.com. Qué Monita en la cancha de penal de Night Owl. Así que Rat City está completamente enfocada en la ofensiva para sacar Rockzilla por adentro con 4 puntos en el aire. Mientras tanto, está yendo la pivota de Rat City a la cancha de penal. Rockzilla regresando por otro lap para hacer otro 4 puntos, pero tomada por adentro y sale con 4 puntos Rockzilla, pero vemos el regreso de Qué Monita a la pista. La reciclan por atrás. Parece que una parte de alguien sale por fuera. Lo recoge un oficial para que todos estén. Y sale por adentro. Qué Monita, todavía contenida por la defensa por enfrente. Rockzilla con 4 puntos otra vez. Ya lleva como 11 puntos. Baja por enfrente, listas para recibir a Rockzilla. Parece que Qué Monita se quedó por atrás y se concluye ese jam. Entero 2 minutos. En eso quedamos a 14 puntos el puntaje. Ahora estamos a 197, con Baja quedándose a 92. 4 minutos y 30 segundos nos quedan en esta segunda etapa. Ay, perdón, aquí tenemos a Ponyboy Hurtis contra Spicy Icy. Ponyboy through the inside is assessed a penalty and is sent to the Night Owl penalty box, and we have Spicy Icy assessed lead for Baja. And coming around for a scoring pass, Baja getting ready to set up some O from the inside. Spicy taken to the out, though, by this tripod at the front. Baja trying to contain a goat in the back, but the packs are too close. Spicy Icy needs to push forward, but we do see the return of number 6-2 from the box to join Baja in some offense from the outside lane. Spicy calls it icing Ponyboy in the box, the Night Owl penalty box, so they can start with a power start here in this next jam.
Looks like Su Madre is going to take this power jam. Su Madre is lined up at the Razor Cake jam line. Rat City is going to take a timeout. Our timeouts are sponsored by Crash Course. Crash Course presents Derby in Paradise, a 7-day roller derby retreat to recharge your body, reignite your game, and connect with roller derby.
And while we're waiting for this, maybe check out the merch table or online if you want to win an MVP pass for the RollerCon 2026 at the Expo Center in Las Vegas between July 8th and 12th. If you love roller skating, you know magic happens when roller derby park and roller skaters of all disciplines get together. So enter the raffle to win. Only $5 for each ticket you get. And if you want to up your chances, maybe get more than one. Who knows? It might be cheaper than buying a full MVP pass if they're not already sold out.
If you're in the venue today and you've had your fill of roller derby, you can go check out some of our vendors. We have Bravenly nutritional drinks, Bug and Bee caricatures, and Blue is out here giving massages. So go schedule with Blue. Take care of your body.
Y de regreso a la acción tenemos a Sandrín contra Ponyboy que la sacan de la canja de penal. Entonces se acaba ese power start para Baja tratando de contener a Ponyboy que se empuja por enfrente del pack, pero Sandrín encuentra campo por adentro, sale con lead para Baja. Ahora Ponyboy con la estrella en la mano, tratando de encontrar su compañera, la pivota, pero Baja tratando de quedarlas fuera. Sale 2.26. La bloqueadora por un multiplayer. Eso deja que Sandrín salga por afuera con 4 puntos en el aire. Sus compañeras emocionadas para ella. Y se le da la estrella a Ruth Beater. Sandrín bellamente llama ese jam con otro 4 puntos en el aire. Todas emocionadas le dan sus porras.
Lots of joy coming from the Baja bench here. They've just passed 100 points. Holding this score, hopefully, at 2-1. Lots of enthusiasm here from the Baja B bench. Heading into Jam 20. Reign of Terror's got one blocker in our Night Owl penalty box. Baja's out here with a full blocking pack. Su Madre's jamming. Made in China making her way to the front of the pack here, taking lead.
Beautiful angles from Oogie Boogie, but the angle was too deep and fell down, so trying to go in for some offense instead. And that star pass was successful to Guy from their friend Su Madre. But Guy recycled to the back of the pack here into the loving tripod of Rat City, who slips through the inside. That's Guy. But Rat City quickly moves up and flows up into a tripod to contain Guy. Made in China still working on that scoring pass here. I believe that's their second scoring pass for Rat City.
If you've been enjoying this game this morning, stay tuned. We've got 3 more games up. I believe next we have Minnesota playing Kansas City, and after that we'll have our 3rd place game and our championship match. Stick with us for the rest of the day. The Derby's just going to get better.
Todas paradas emocionadas porque hicieron un esfuerzo contra Rat City. Todas las bajitas aquí emocionadas, conteniendo todavía Made in China, ya que se acaba el tiempo para este juego. No van a poder llamar tiempo para poder hacer otro jam. Así que Made in China, otros 4 puntos para Rat City. Mientras aquí tenemos a Guy tomando por el centro, pero reciclada. Corren, corren, ahora tienen que hacer defensa porque ahí viene Made in China y se acaba el jam con un puntaje que no todavía es oficial. 14 puntos hechos por Made in China al último de eso. El puntaje ahora 12 es 211 a Baja 104. Vamos a esperar el final. A beautiful effort between Baja and Reign of Terror here. Definitely outperforming the predictor here. And that's the final whistle, giving us a final score of 211 for Reign of Terror and 104 for Baja B here. A great way to start the day between these two teams at the final day of Monsoon Madness here in Arizona Athletic Grounds, hosted by Arizona Roller Derby. Stick around, we still have more action for you. Minnesota Nice taking on Kansas City All-Stars. We'll be right back.
They call it a sport, but we know better. It's a symphony of dedication, grit, and heart. Tuned to one another in a composition of chaos on a stage built for progress. Athlete-driven innovation from the first whistle to the final score. Every hit, every fall, every win, every